Hello and Equipment War here, and welcome to part 2 of my building progress with that strange sword, which I can't pronounce the name. I'm gonna show it in a second. And today I'm going to play the pretty much higher map. I'm going to play a Colosseum tier 14 map. And this map going to have, it's a corrupted map. It's going to have physical reflect, but I'm doing a small percentage physical damage, so it should be no problem. And the weapon I talked about, of course talked about this weapon. And again, I can't pronounce it. And one in the comments actually pointed out I should use a Divine Orb on this one. And he's absolutely right, because it's, the crit chance is the lowest one possible. So I'm gonna get that Divine Orb for that later. And also I'm gonna do something different. You've seen me use the good old Blade Flurry. Oh, a Sana mission. Well, it's going to take too much time if I'm doing the Sana mission, so I'm going to go back and do the Sana mission after I'm done with the map. Because it's going to take some time. But yeah, I'm actually going to try out some other skills in just Blade Flurry, because Blade Flurry is kind of an overused skill, if I can be completely honest. It's very good, but it's kind of overused, so it's time to try out something else, I think. And by the way, thank you Boy Suicide for suggesting I should use Vol Pack in this build, because it works a lot better than I expected it should do. Because I had some quite bad experience in the past when it comes to Vol Pact. Because it's always been like, I hate that, not having the life regeneration, but I actually like that you still have life regeneration when you're using it, not just instant life regeneration, which means if you're playing as Slayer as I do, you will continue to leech on enemies even when you have no target to attack. So you basically have life regen for a couple of seconds after you have stopped attacking enemies, so it's not that bad actually. Anyway, let's continue. I have upgraded the gear on this character a bit, because I am about level... Ooh, that did some damage. I'm level 83 right now, and things are going just fine so far. This is a tier 14 map, and I have no problem so far. Actually, this is the highest level map I played so far, because I had a terrible map drop rate. I could bought some maps, but it's more fun to just farm up there myself, and it took some time, but... And finally, actually, I have ascended the 4th time, because I finally get the Lost Portal. And actually, before I continue, let's actually do the thing I talked about before. Let's use a completely different skill than Blade Flurry. I haven't tried this before on these characters, so I can use Ancestral Call, because I have discovered more and more of just how good this is. So let's see what's happened if I take away my main support, I think. I probably should change my setup for my attack when I'm doing this. Let's stick with Blade Flurry. I'm gonna try out some Infernal Blows. Just keep in mind this will probably not be a completely fair try, because I should probably have another red socket instead of the faster attacks, but it's just for fun. Because I want to use some Infernal Blow later in this build, because Blade Flurry is getting a little bit boring when I'm using it too much, and I want to use some other skills. So I have my Infernal Blow there, do 29,000 damage with this, without the buff on the goddess. So let's see how it does. And actually, I'm gonna waste some points now. Because I have 2 non-used Ascendancy points here, and I'm thinking about should I take Hedgeman or Impact. If I want to use a single target skill, I should definitely take Impact. So let's try out Impact and see how good it actually is. I have never used Impact on a Slayer before, so let's see what's happening. I can always refine this if I change my mind. So let's find some enemies, and let's see what my Infernal Blow can do to them. Oh, this was the wrong way. Oh, this is the way. By the way, I said in a video I'm gonna do the Shaper's Realm with my my original crit Blade Flurry build. Well, I tried to do it today, but my connection just went to 160 when I fought the boss. Oh, this can be scary. Well, how much damage do I do? 54,000. It's not that bad, but again, this is not a completely fair comparison, because I had the pretty bad setup for this skill right now. But, well, I just can use it for fun. One person actually asked me if I could do a a build which using glacial, not glacial, ice crash. And I could actually definitely do that. That is something I am thinking about doing sometimes, but well, I don't have had enough. Well, time is a bad thing to just say all the time, so I haven't feel for doing it yet. But I actually I have an idea for it, but me having an idea and actually doing the idea I talk about, that's not really the same thing. I also promise I'm gonna try to do a crit build with using swords and using dual strike. And that's actually something I have been thinking about a lot. I have done it before with cleave, but it is time to actually do it with swords instead. And use the good old dual strike, because dual strike is an underused skill. Well, it's one of my favorite skills. I actually like blade floor as well, but dual strike, something special with that skill. It's one of my first skills I ever used in the game, and I just so much memory of just that skill. So, and it's a simple skill dating back to a simpler time path of Exile. I sound really old in this game right now if I'm talking about this. Oh, just having fun. One big problem when using this sword, and actually I've seen many people. Actually, not many people, but some people have asked why I'm not using a shield with this sword. Well, if I could use a shield with this sword, I would instantly do it. But this is a one-handed sword that takes up both hand slots, and it doesn't work with one-handed weapons. Because that would be overpowered, for real. If you could dual wield this sword, I think I said it in the last video. If you could dual wield this sword, it would be absolutely horrifying to be enemies in this game. Because you can see how powerful it is when I just using this sword. Just imagine using two of these, and then you had like dual strike with both weapons at the same time. Oh man, that would be a thing, something to see. That would be amazing to see. But it is impossible. For a good reason. This sword is just a beast. We are getting another level. And by the way, I almost reached my life goal of getting like 6,000 life. I just need to level and I get it. I pretty much get it. And of course I'm going to show my gear, as I usually do. And I'm going to show how my skill tree currently look like. And right now I'm just happy with this build. It's working really well, but I want to try out some other skills in just blade flurry, because then I'm just doing another blade flurry build. I could use Cyclone in this build, but then it feels a bit too close to my other builds I did in the last league, which was a Slayer using Cyclone. I only used one, but I used a two-handed weapon in that build, but well, I'm not gonna use Cyclone. That is the line. Even if Cyclone is awesome, it's so much fun to play, but I just played with Cyclone in the last, well, the last league, and it was just amazing, but not this time. This time I go in with some other skills, and I think I'm gonna fight the boss now. Now, this sword have, well, the Inferno Blow have a little bit too little damage for the boss. I need to change the setup for it to do real damage. So I'm just going to switch back to my old setup. And let's do it like that. Right now my average damage is like that. And when I hit by the goddess, I go up to a lot of damage. See if you can actually see it. It's 11k average damage with Blade Flurry, which are a lot. It's about 100 and what can it be? 180,000 damage, I think. I used for a long time ago an online calculator for Blade Flurry, and it showed my crit Blade Flurry build at about what was it now? 220,000 DPS. But I haven't used it for this one, so the damage I set doesn't need to be correct, because I don't accounting for attack speed. My original crit Blade Flurry build have a lot more attack speed. This one like almost twice as much. So well, yeah. And Abados, the Legion Slayer. This boss is actually an quite fun boss to fight. Actually, it's like fighting. It is the recipe. And it actually used to be one of the harder bosses in the game. Actually, it's not an easy boss by any means. So, yeah. Let's defeat him, and there we go. Corrupted map, mission complete. It's actually one of the... I started getting higher level maps, and this map was not that hard. But I'm gonna show my gear now, as I usually do. Again, I'm going to use a Divine Orb. As soon as I get one, I'm going to use a Divine Orb on my weapon so I can get some better crit chance. Where are you going? Actually, I'm going to put my Infernal Blow there and continue leveling it. Using this sword, I don't remember if I had this helmet in the last video or not, but, well, I can show all my gear. I have this ring. I still have the same ring. I should actually upgrade this ring sometime soon, because it's getting a little bit outdated and I really need some... Actually, I don't need some more resistance, because it's pretty much maxed out and everything. So resistance is quite good, but I want some more life and stuff on my rings. And the accuracy, well, you can see my hit chance is really, really good. Personally, some part to the sword here, it just gives me a ton of accuracy as well. By using a Belly of Beast, finally, it cost me, it is expensive, it cost me a little bit over half Exalt to farm to, which for some people is not that much, but, well, what can you do? It's a really nice armor, and the endgame armor again planning to get is Karm's Heart, but that is like 3 Exalts right now, so it's going to take me some time to farm that. I have the same amulet as before, the same ring as before. Maybe I should upgrade my boots, I don't know yet. I have this belt I stole from another character in this league. And I have these gloves here, which are quite nice. And for the thing you probably are waiting for, this is how my skill tree looks like. I think I'm gonna just take this away and have these ones, but I don't really know yet, but maybe I do. Actually, the increased AoE is actually quite good for Blade Floor and other skills, so maybe I keep it like that, I don't know yet. We will see. This is how my skill tree looks like. And again, thank you to you, boy Suicide, for suggesting a Fall Pact. It's actually worked out pretty well, and I liked it. And here you can see, I have Thick Skin, Fencing, Winter Spirit still. I have, maybe I should take Lash Freeze, but I don't feel for actually doing it, because it's just going to be like, not even 50% of the cold damage will actually be applied to my attack, because only, not that much of my damage are cold damage, but some of it are. I have Herbalism, Brutal Blade and Fatal Blade. And still are here up the Marauder. I've taken pretty much all of the life I want. I'm going to take this note here, then I have well over 6,000 life. I have another Yellow Socket here with life on. I have Blade Master. I think I had Razor's Edge before, but as soon as I get the level for it, I'm going to take Razor's Edge again, because I just dropped it from some level ago to get some more life. And I have Disembowering still. And I'm actually on my way right now to take this one here. I'm doing a ton of elemental damage, like 90% of my damage are elementals, so I'm going to take Primal Force and reduce the reflected damage I take. And the damage will penalty 5% of the elemental resistance of my enemies, which are quite nice. So that is my idea right now, and I'm definitely going to try out some other skills with this character. Cleave is also an option, but I have played a lot of Cleave as well. I want to play one of the more exotic melee skills actually. So I'm gonna try again. I think I'm gonna try out Ice Crush with this build. I don't think it will work that terribly well with this sword, but who knows, maybe. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this short little video here. I'm sorry I didn't have any more interesting video to do, because, well, I don't have any more interesting video right now to do. I'm probably going to do a build guide soon for this character, because this character, it feels really powerful. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys soon.